Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. So in today's video we're going to be showcasing some legend hits by Zeus, a top Legend Leagues player, and he's going to be showing us how to do ZAP Lalo. So yeah, I hope you can learn something from this. If you like these kind of videos, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And Zeus also has his own YouTube channel where he also explains some stuff. So if you like this, then definitely take a look. I will link this down in the description. So yeah, let's get into it. To make this attack successful, you need to get a lot of value with your zaps combined with your heroes, so that you don't have to Lalo a lot of value. So what he usually does is he looks for zap value, obviously, but it can be anything. It could even be like a ground X-bow with maybe one other semi-important defense, if that means that he can take it out so that his king and his queen and his RC will get a lot more value than they otherwise would. Then he would also pick such value. So it doesn't always mean that you need to go for the most value, as in taking down the most buildings or the largest, most damaging buildings. And after he's done that, almost all the time he will use his Lalo and time his blimp together with some headhunters in a warden ability and make sure that his blimp takes down the town hall. And then yeah, that's pretty much the basic way that he approaches it. So I'm gonna try and commentate on his attacks and try to explain what's happening. So yeah, let's get into it. First attack is in. So an anti 2-star base, a little bit of a diamond shape, and just showing you the equipments that he uses here. So what he wants to do is, once again, create some pathing for his heroes with the zap and get some value so that his heroes get as much value as possible. Let's see what he does. So he's choosing to zap one Inferno, the Rage Tower, and Ricochet Cannon, and he's damaging one of the other Infernos as well. So deploying the king, a baby dragon to funnel, wall breaking there. At this point he wants his king into that compartment and then using the ability, it will get all of those buildings down, and maybe if he's lucky, the king will even take down, for example, the enemy queen or the Ricochet Cannon, but I don't think he will get that far. Queen on the other side, next to it, making sure she goes inside of that compartment. Okay, king is walking back out, which is actually pretty good, because with the Phoenix on the king, he might still get the wizard tower as well. So queen still looking healthy, popping that ability, spawning those extra healers. So yeah, it's looking good. So he's patiently waiting. He's probably going to be starting his Lalo anytime soon. So he needs to drop his headhunters properly, because with his ground X-bow he can't afford to lose those headhunters. So queen goes down by the headhunters. He dropped the blimp at the same time, so now all he has to do is rage freeze and the town hall goes down. So as you can see as well, he's keeping a very small Lalo for the back end as well. So he's keeping one lava hound and a few balloons to place wherever he feels he needs them. So Royal Champion still looking healthy, still has the ability as well, still has a freeze, so this is looking crushed. So he chooses to go for the back end with his remaining Lalo, freezing that air defense and the multi-archer tower, and yeah, this is a wrap. On to the next one. Once again, an anti 2-star base, but this one has 2 invisibility towers in the core. So he's zapping that bottom compartment, taking down that ground X-bow to make sure that his heroes will get a little more value here. So Tesla farm pops up. Don't think he expected that. It's a little bit of an odd place for it, but shouldn't be a big issue. So at this point there's not a lot of damage on the queen, so the queen will remain nice and healthy with the unicorn behind her. So he's dropping the king, funneling to make sure that king takes out the single inferno, expo, and hopefully the multi-archer tower. But I think with this CC timing he's not going to be getting the multi-archer tower. The monolith's also firing at him, so this is not ideal as a king Sui. So he's sending the RC to support here so that he at least gets the value that he wanted. So queen is getting a lot of value because even though it's not really taking out any big defenses, it just triggered both of the invisibility towers. So now he's free to Lalo, and he doesn't need a freeze on the town hall, so he can just rage it if he wants. But depending if he faces a tornado trap or something like that, he might still freeze. All right, so there's the tornado. Okay, a lot of air bombs there, but since he has Yetis in it, he's gonna be fine. So here comes the next part of the Lalo, the backhand Lalo. So the only real issue at this point is this multi-inferno. So I think he's going to be using his freeze there soon. Okay, so he's waiting until most of his balloons are coming close. Okay, there we go, nice freeze. So queen is also still alive, which is great, and he still has the warden. So yeah, this is a GG. So what do you guys think? Will you be trying this strategy yourself in Legends League as well? Let us know in the comments. Next base, pretty common base, double invisibility tower once again, with an offset town hall in the core. So using zaps, these bases are quite easy because you often get a lot of zap value. So he's choosing to take down the invisibility tower, the scatter, multi-archer tower, and the ricochet cannon, and he intentionally picked the ground expo more to the top side because that's where you will be using his Sui. So as you can see, if this expo was still alive, he would be taking a lot of damage on the queen already, but now she's free to just roam that top side, get that eagle down, and get a lot of value. So using the king alongside, and I don't think he's gonna bank for that. He's just gonna use his blimp for the town hall in the end. But if he would invest another super wall breaker, he might even get the town hall with the queen. But you will notice in more of his replays, he's not really, he almost always goes for the blimp on the town hall. Even if he could invest like a freeze and a rage on the queen to perhaps get the town hall down, he just plays it safe and just sticks with his basics. So using a blimp for the town hall with the Lalo and the warden ability. So as you can see, using the king ability here to get a lot of value. Soon gonna trigger that invisibility tower and a sealer here. And then as you can see, like all he has to do now is Lalo that 9 o'clock side and use the warden together timed with headhunters and the blimp, and it's already looking like a GG. So here we go, warden ability, taking down the enemy heroes. So he's saving one headhunter now because with this king in the middle, if he drops them all from that one side, he's probably not going to be getting the royal champion down. Okay, so there he adds the last headhunter, and there we go, this is a wrap. So very nice attack. Once again, a pretty common base, a little bit different variation with the invisibility towers here, but again, a lot of zap value here. So he just got down a single Inferno, one ground expo, a multi-archer tower, and the invisibility tower. So looks like good value to me. So he's dropping the king and dropping the queen on the outside. So he's banking on his king to basically push. Okay, so he wall broke. So he's banking on his king to go inside and then have the queen walk on the outside. And yeah, then pretty much get all those outside buildings. Ideally, he would have had another wall breaker to break into that multi-archer tower, or like the double, like the how do you call it? The one from the builder base archer tower. So queen is going inside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So now he's starting his Lalo early and trying to force his queen to shoot that like dead zone, so that after the dead zone she might take down one or two scatters. So here he goes with the blimp, also dropping another lava hound and the headhunters. There we go, war nobility. So with a freeze and a rage, this should be taking down the core easily. I don't even think he's going to be using that last freeze. No, he's not. So it's already looking pretty good. Great pathing for his Lalo. He still has the RC to deploy, I think. No, actually he deployed the RC with the army to support it. Dropping that baby dragon very cleverly on the outside to take down that wizard tower, which is great value. And yeah, as you can see, this base, it's wrecked. Like he still has that zap left, which he didn't use because he wouldn't get anything extra with it, so he just saved it, I guess, so he can use it anywhere he wants now on any defense. And yeah, this is wrecked. Once again, pretty common base, although this again is a little bit of a different variation with the town hall on the inside in the core and double rage tower. So this usually is a very hard base to Lalo. So he's using his zaps to get one of the multi-archer towers, the ricochet cannon, the royal champion as well, and the rage tower. So this will set up for an easier funnel. And it will take down, it will make sure that most of the damage his queen would otherwise be taking is taken care of. So there we go. As you can see with this setup, his queen has access to the scatter, and depending on which wall she will go afterwards, the queen also has the eagle and either one of the infernos. So soon he's going to be using that king ability, and he will just smash through that wall easily. So there we go, almost through that wall, and yeah, this is great. Well, it was going to be great value, but with this CC lure, he might be a little bit in trouble here. Okay, so king is walking inside. So yeah, this wasn't an ideal timing, but he should still be alright. I mean, he still has his entire Lalo left, and he didn't really go for the town hall anyway, so let's see what he can still get. So he got the Inferno down, Sweeper down. This is actually alright. So Lalo's in, soon to be throwing in that blimp and the headhunters. There we go, great timing. And then warden ability to protect everything nicely. And he dropped the royal champion on the 5 o'clock side to get down the single inferno and the eagle very nicely. So town hall goes down, and as you can see, this is actually looking pretty good. Like, he still has a lot of base to get through, but there's no splash damage at all, like besides this wizard tower that just went down, and he still has a lava hound and 2 balloons. So there we go, dropping it on both of the defenses. If he would have dropped both of the balloons here, it's a small detail, but if he dropped both of the balloons on the air defense, that wizard tower would have gotten a little more splash damage, although it wouldn't have mattered in this case. Sometimes these small details, they can actually make or break the attack. once again, box base, anti-2 variety, and he's going for one multi-inferno, one ricochet cannon, and the rage tower, so pretty effectively neutralizing that entire super heavy compartment. I mean, he still needs to take it down, but it's gone from 10 out of 10 heavy to like 4 out of 10 heavy. So using the king to take down the enemy king with the headhunter to like cruise through it nicely. So I'm not sure where he wants the king to go. I'm supposing to the top side, and then he needs to break in, so he might need a little bit of a funnel there. There we go. He just dropped his queen and the baby dragon, so effectively forcing that king inside. So he wants the queen inside as well, but okay, she just stepped in. So with this king ability now, it's gonna take care of both of the multi-infernos and the ricochet cannon. I think even with this sealer, I think. Okay, so he's not getting one of them, I believe. No, he just didn't get the last one. Or is he? Is he? Alright, okay, this king is insane. He just got that multi-inferno down as well, very nicely. And now as the queen gets the enemy queen, actually, no. He just dropped the giant with a few balloons and the headhunter to get down that queen, very nicely, clever. So now he's using his Lalo on the 3 o'clock side, and he's not facing any sweeper, although his blimp might face that sweeper on the bottom side at the end. But since he has a freeze and a rage, the town hall shouldn't be an issue. So here's the blimp, not using the headhunters now in the warden ability, because he feels like by the time they get to the enemy royal champion, the warden ability already finished. So let's see how he's gonna take care of that, because he also still has that ground expo, but the ground expo at this point is shooting the Yetis, which is nice. So let's see where he's gonna be using that headhunter. Okay, there we go, a few loons, and there's the headhunter. So this should be enough to take down the royal champion, and he still has his royal champion as well. Like, who are we kidding? Like, this is crushed. He still has a freeze left, and there's not a lot of things left that are damaging for his army. So there we go. Yeah, another overkill, very nice. But this base is a little different. So it's kind of an anti-2-star base, and he's using his zaps here on the multi-inferno and the scatter shot and the poison tower. And as you can see, when this is funneled, yeah, he creates real nice pathing for his queen if he wants to enter at the scatter shot into the town hall compartment. So as you can see, he already has his drill selected, so his basic ID is probably to get the town hall with the queen, because in every attack he's been doing, he gets the blimp for the town hall, and now he's not using a blimp. So here comes the king to help funnel that queen inside. So he needs to be patient with his first wall breaker, so he needs to wait until that gold storage is down. So first wall breaker in there to make sure that that king gets a little more value there, and then break into that scatter shot and pretty much take down the town hall, which could be a little iffy with the CC timing, but because that monolith is not in range, he should be able to cruise through this very lightly. So he's using the ARC with a little bit of cover of the king, and then as you can see, he's probably going to be Laloing either the top side or the bottom side. Okay, he's picking the top side because he's only facing a sweeper at the back end, and normally he would be using his warden ability early, but because he doesn't have the blimp fly over, I think he's going to be using it a little later. There we go. And now the only small issue that this base still has is that compartment with the rage tower. But because he still has a small back-end Lalo as well, even if there's a lot of traps there, he still has some Lalo left to survive the rest of the raid. So here we go, it's still looking very nicely. The enemy queen just got taken down, and yeah, this is wrecked. He still has a freeze, and there's really only the monolith left. Very nice. once again, we will be having a core town hall base as a surprise. And yeah, let's see what he's going to be zapping. So he's choosing the single Inferno, the Eagle, and a Ricochet Cannon. So basically allowing him to use his heroes alongside of his zaps to get a little more value. And since he will be using his blimp for the town hall anyways, it's going to be creating a really nice path for his Lalo. So let's see, he's luring the CC to the outside, creating his funnel. So yeah, at this point it's pretty clear he's going to be attacking on the top side. There we go, giant in, queen behind. So king going inside, queen looping around to the outside. So as you can see, just use the balloon to distract the queen for a quick second and then use the headhunter to get the extra value. So here he's going, I'm not sure why he went for this, but he's using the log launcher to effectively take down the town hall. So I can see if his queen survives through all of this, this is going to be very nicely, but it's going to be a bit iffy. So I think, yeah, there we go. Okay, so he's investing a freeze to keep that queen a little more healthy. So popping the ability to make sure she gets back to full health, or at least gets back more health. So using the rage on those Yetis, effectively taking down the town hall. But he would have been in a bit of trouble here if he encountered a tornado trap. But as you can see, besides the enemy RC, the scatter shot, and the core multi-inferno, there's not really a lot that can still hurt this Lalo. So warden ability nicely timed, and yeah, this is looking crushed. Unless that scatter shot and the multi-inferno are gonna roast his entire Lalo, or there's gonna be a ton of red air bombs, this should still be a triple. So there we go, scatter shot down, RC stayed up, which is not ideal, but he still has a lava hound, he still has the RC, he still has the warden. Like, this is crushed. So guys, let us know which strategy do you want covered in our next videos. Let us know in the comments. So we're up to our last attack, diamond base with 2 rage towers, which are covering like almost every important building in his base. So because he's seeing a lot of flame flinger value here, he's picking the flame flinger to take down at least that eagle, warden tower, etc. And then he's going to be using his heroes somewhere on the outside. Like, he just zapped the ricochet cannon, multi-inferno, and the spell tower, like the rage tower. So now he's just being patient, waiting for his flame flinger to get a little more value. So effectively setting his funnel with the Godblin there, and now he's just gonna enter into that compartment. So I wonder if, well, he's not gonna be trying to get that town hall down, because with the CC and the single, he's definitely not gonna be able to get the town hall down. So he's going to be banking on either the Royal Champion to help and get the town hall down, or he's just going to Lalo and yeah, pretty much risk it. So let's see. So King is getting a lot of value with this ability. He's going to take a lot of value, and he might even still take down that ground expo as well through the wall, because as soon as the King is going to be banging that wall, it's going to damage the buildings that are attached to it. There we go. So it just took down the ground expo as well. So if this queen decides to step in, he's actually still gonna get the town hall with the queen, which would be amazing. So let's see, she either goes to the air defense now or to the town hall. Let's see what she does. Okay, so air defense, but I think because the wall is open, she should go to the town hall. Okay, well, queen's gonna do queen things, so there we go. At this point it's like pretty much yeah, like improvise. But since there's not a lot of base left, I think he should still be fine. Like, he will just use the warden ability, there we go. And he still has the RC for the town hall. He still has 2 freezes, so worst case scenario, he has to use both of the freezes on the RC. But as you can see, this base, it's gone. So Road Champion taking down the Town Hall. Doesn't even need to use the ability, I think. Okay, so he does, because there's a skeleton army there, and getting into that tornado right away. Yeah, this has become closer than he thought, I think. But with this queen looping around, this is like still an overwhelming triple. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you've learned something, and don't forget to check out his YouTube channel, and yeah, if you like this, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.